Hey, what is going on, guys? Alpha Gamer 12 here, back with another episode of the Road to Glory. And as you guys can see, we have our first division rivals. What's it called? Our first division rivals rewards. So I am gonna go with this middle one because I want tradable rewards, but I definitely want the packs. I don't want to just take 39k. I feel like with the pack luck we've had so far, and just with the fact that we open up so many SBCs, it'll be a lot more worth it to me to have these packs rather than just get 39k. So let's open up this one first, Rare Electum Players pack. Let's see what we get from here. Hopefully we can do better than the packs we had last episode. Alright, at least it's a rare for sure. No walkout, can at least be a board. Yes, it's a board. German, Cam. Okay, Draxler's not too bad. Yeah, Draxler's semi-usable, so he might go for a couple thousand coins, but he's probably better off just being, like, held onto until we have a reason to sell him. Some of these silvers might go. Let me just really quickly compare his price. Yeah, 3k. Guerrero's probably, doesn't go for anything. What about you guys? 2,000 coins. Okay, never mind. He goes for like nothing. What about you? 500 coins. Hold on to you until you're worth something. 550, 450. No, thank you. What about you? You should go for a little bit. No, okay. If they're not going for upwards of 1,000 coins, I'm gonna hold on to them because they will be worth more to me, either in an SBC or just as what's it called? Just as when their players go up. So Prime Gold Players Pack should do us pretty well, I think, I hope. Let's go. Okay, it is rare. Alright, no walkout. No board either. Damn. Alexis Sanchez. We definitely could have done a lot better than that. So, yeah, that's probably not worth 39k. But that's alright. I'm not upset. As always, I'm not super upset. No. What am I doing? I just want to send them all to my club. Why did it do that? Oh, because I pressed LT instead of RT. Right, okay, let's not derpity derp. Okay. So I thought what we could do now, guys, is we could do a review for all of the players we have been using, because actually later on today I want to list them all up. Not all, but list up a bunch of them so that, one, we can get some more players in the club, do some more reviews of them, and two, just because now is the best time to sell them because we should be able to make some decent coins on them. So we'll do that right after we open this pack. Okay, it is rare. That's good. Okay, no walkout. Is it a board? Nope. Okay, I'll just skip it then. I don't particularly care. It's a center back. What do we got? That's great. Love that. Okay. There we go. Alright, so nothing in that one. So let's start with the review. Alright guys, so from today forward we're going to do our reviews a little bit different. So I'm going to split the review into 3 separate parts within the 2 different teams, and what it's going to be is the first part is going to be players that disappointed me for some reason, the middle part is going to be people that just were exactly what I could have hoped for them to be, and then the third part is going to be players that I really liked or was really surprised by. So to start that off, we have Kimpembe here. For 14,000 coins, Kimpembe was horrible. Just horrible. I was very unhappy with Kimpembe. He played fine, but he played as well as like Colo that we had earlier. He was unremarkable. I wasn't happy with him. He felt normal, but for 14,000 coins, he definitely didn't live up to the price. I would say the most I would pay for this card, as the way it played in game, is probably 2,000 coins. So yeah, Kimpembe, defensively okay. His slide tackles, again, I think just due to the fact that the game is kind of bad with slide tackles. His slide tackles are pretty bad. But he moved out of position a lot of the time, and I didn't ever notice him doing anything good, and I noticed him a couple of times making mistakes. So for me, Kimpembe is a disappointment for that price. Alright guys, this is the big one that disappointed me, honestly, and Alexandre Lacazette. I had high expectations for him, considering the fact that he goes for 120k, considering he has these stats and is an 86 rated striker. I expected a lot of things from him, and a lot of things is not what I got. I played him as a cam in a 4-2-3-1 and as a striker in a 4-4-2. In neither position did he do anything. Most of the time he was invisible, just kind of standing around doing nothing. So he did score more than one. He did, like, not score. He gave me a goal to game, like, goal involvement ratio to game of more than one, with 9 goal contributions in 8 games. But honestly, guys, Lacazette, he did not feel fast. He didn't feel like he was quick enough to get past the defenders, which doesn't make sense. 82 pace is by no means slow. He scored, but I didn't feel like he scored any shot that I felt was like, wow, he really scored it. I feel like any shot that King would have scored, or even Origi would have scored, were the ones that he scored. And his link-up play wasn't anything to, like, talk about, really. And he was average at dribbling. So honestly, Lacazette is a big fail for me. I wouldn't say he's bad. He's definitely a good striker, but I don't think he's worth the 100k. So he's kind of like Kimpembe, where he was average, and because of the fact that he was average, his price tag just doesn't allow him to be worth it. Alright guys, and now on to the player who I honestly dislike. This is the only card out of my 2 starting teams that I actually honestly just disliked. He did give me a 1 goal contribution to game ratio, which isn't too bad, but honestly guys, Fraser just felt so garbage. The fact that he has 3-star skill moves is very limiting. I like to be able to use a skill move if I need to get out of a annoying position. And that is something that you just can't do with him. But on top of that, he just doesn't feel like 90 pace. Honestly, in game, he felt closer to like 82, 83. He wasn't just flying by defenders. He was just kind of almost like it seemed jogging throughout the game. His close control wasn't very great. His dribbling didn't feel like 82. It felt a lot lower. And because of the fact that he's so weak, he just got bullied a lot. Even though he has 96 balance, it doesn't matter. He got bullied a lot. And his finishing and shooting just in general were pretty abysmal. So honestly, guys, Fraser gets a really bad rating for me. I would not want to use him ever. I would much rather I would rather sub this guy on. Honestly, I feel. Because, yeah, Fraser was pretty horrible. So, guys, onto the players who I just honestly felt did what they needed to, and I was pretty happy with. Ruffier saved everything that he needed to save, and had a couple of saves that I was really happy with. Ruffier and Kepa both fall into this position, so we can talk about Ruffier and we can talk about Kepa. As 84 rated goalkeepers, they are both pretty good. They both save everything that needs to be saved. They haven't had a single howler between them. They both are very solid in every way that I can think of. They both made some outstanding saves. Of course, there's a couple where I felt like maybe they could have done a little bit better, but there was nothing that I was like, they definitely should have saved that, and they didn't. So Kepa and Ruffier are both very solid goalkeepers. I'm very happy with both of them. Next, we can talk about Maguire, guys. So Maguire, again, is in the middle. He is kind of... The thing with Maguire is... I didn't expect him to be insane, and he was pretty much what I expected. He's here because if he gets an inform, his price will go up. That's really why we have him. He's an investment for later to make a bunch of coins off of him. Maguire was defensively solid, but not remarkable. He made a couple of really nice tackles that I was really happy with. He was aerially pretty dominant, so that's what you expect from him. And obviously, he was able to bully a couple of forwards with his strength. But of course, what you guys would probably guess is that 50 pace really does kind of hurt him a little bit. I never really noticed it so much that I'd say, wow, you know what, he's actually really bad. He's not usable. I think Maguire is usable as long as you have another player who isn't just legless, because you need to have someone to pressure the striker until Maguire can come back to try to bully them. So honestly, Maguire in a formation when you have wingbacks, Maguire did fine. Especially because I didn't really get caught out on the counter. So whenever he was, like, as long as he is in between the striker and the goal, Maguire is going to be fine. So he is just what I would expect for him. So he's not remarkable and he's not bad. So I'm happy with Maguire. So Eric Bailly is the same kind of thing as Maguire. Eric is what pretty much you'd expect. He's quick and he's strong. So no one is going to be really like flying by him. He felt very good in terms of just not being able to just straight up paced by him. You'd have to do a little bit of skill to get past him. His defensive stats are pretty good. He was pretty solid defensively. Honestly, I couldn't tell the difference between Bailly and Rudiger. They both have black shoes. So there was a couple of times when I honestly thought it was Rudiger still in my team, and he acts like a player who's probably 83, 84 rated in defense. He doesn't get outstrengthed. He doesn't get outran very often, and his defensive stats are quite nice. He's very good at just straight up defending, so I'm very happy with Eric Bailly. So next we have Doucouré, and Doucouré is like at the top band of my average. He is pretty much what you'd expect. I mean, people look at him and say, you know what, that actually looks like a really nice card, and it honestly really is a really nice card. His passing was great. His dribbling was pretty good. I never felt like he was slow, which was actually a really good bonus. He felt really strong in the midfield. He had a nice passing presence in the midfield. So for me, Doucouré did everything that I needed as a defensive kind of midfielder. Not necessarily a CDM. He didn't really play like that for me. He played kind of like a defensively minded box-to-box midfielder, and that's exactly what I expected from him, and that's exactly what he gave me. He was never tired. He always tracked back, and he was always marking the right kind of space to make sure that the opposition has a hard time getting forward. So Doucouré, if you guys need a cheap central defensive midfielder or cheap box-to-box midfielder, Doucouré is definitely someone I'd recommend. Next, we have Ndombele, and honestly, Ndombele is smack dab in the middle. Ndombele was very average. I loved his dribbling. His dribbling is really nice. Obviously, as you guys could expect, he's got great dribbling, and he's quick. So those two things together make him a very nice asset to have in the midfield, because he is good for carrying the ball from, like, receiving the ball from the defenders and carrying it forward so that your forwards can do something. His passing was great. His dribbling was great. What lets him down, honestly, is the fact that he can't really shoot. His shooting is pretty bad, which you guys obviously can see. So for me, because I wanted to play him like a box-to-box midfielder, I couldn't really take shots off the edge of the box or anything with him, which is something that I like to do with my box-to-box midfielders and just my midfielders in general. I like to take long shots with them. So the fact that he can't do that is a little bit limiting. But it wasn't that bad, because honestly I could just pass it off to one of my forwards and let them do it, and there wasn't that many options, that many opportunities for me in front of the box to try to take a shot with him. But he scored 2 goals, so he definitely is capable of finishing. It's just his shooting isn't amazing. And honestly, guys, one thing that I did not expect from this card is how good at defending he is. He has 70 defending, so I expected him to be very average to bad at defending, but honestly, he was on par with Doucouré at defending and on par with my center backs at sometimes. He was very good at tracking back, and he was very good at, like, just getting the ball off the opposition. I think that might have to do with his somewhat high aggression. But yeah, definitely a good card. Not worth the 12K that it costs to buy his normal card at the beginning of the year, but for a free card that's a one to watch that might get an upgrade, he is definitely good, and he's definitely staying in my squad for a little while, though I might put a chemistry style on him. Alright guys, so next we have Zielinski, who was good. I think Zielinski is exactly what you'd expect. He's just kind of a nice midfield presence, good at dribbling, good at passing, and then I didn't really notice anything else. He was there when I needed him to defend, but he wasn't remarkable at defending. I never noticed him and said, wow, that's a great tackle, but he never tried to make a tackle and I was like, damn, that's really bad. So he was just really average in all places. He's just all around well-balanced, good midfielder. So if you need a Serie A center mid who isn't going to let you down but isn't going to wow you, he's definitely your man. He's not insane, but he's definitely not bad. The same pretty much can be said for Brozovic. Honestly, I couldn't really tell the difference between Brozovic and Zielinski in-game, with the exception that Brozovic cannot do skill moves. That's the only difference that I feel between the two. Brozovic has good shooting, so maybe that is one little difference between him and Zielinski. I felt like his shooting was a little bit better than Zielinski's. I felt more comfortable trying to take a shot with Brozovic than Zielinski, and obviously Brozovic is a little bit slower, so he can't just kind of like quickly run by a midfielder or a defender or anything. But other than that, guys, honestly, I really like Brozovic. He was very solid. So Brozovic is another one. You guys can pick him up for like 13K, and he'll be an investment, because a couple of weeks from now he will go up. And honestly, he's defensively solid. Moving forward, he's solid, and he's a good passer. So yeah, Brozovic, A-okay for me. Alright guys, so we have Malquit now, and honestly, I'm pretty happy with him. He pretty much was exactly what I expected, which is just fast. He was quick, didn't let wingers run by him, and he pressured them, and he made some good tackles. Moving forward, he wasn't insane, but he was quick enough and good enough at dribbling to get past the opposition left winger or left midfielder or whatever. He was good enough to get up so he could play a forward pass onto Cuadrado, and that's really all I needed from him. And so he was solid. I think he's a good right back. I don't think he's mind-blowing or anything, but he's definitely good. And guys, pretty much the same thing that goes for Malquit goes for Bernat. Bernat was just there. His dribbling was nice. I never felt like he let me down in terms of anything. He felt quicker than he is. He definitely felt like he was closer to 90 pace. He was never getting outpaced. I didn't feel like he was super weak. I felt like he might be overpriced, but honestly, 4K for him as a left back is pretty good because the 4-star skills and the high dribbling make him a really good asset moving forward, but he never let me down defensively either. So Bernat is definitely a recommendation for left back if you guys need one from the Ligue 1. Alright guys, so I played 2 games with Willian and have 4 goal contributions with him. The only reason he's in my middle range is because I didn't play enough games with him because I played a bunch of games with Salah instead to get one of the objectives done. So I don't really have enough information on him. I'm going to keep playing him maybe. But honestly, in the 2 games that he played, Willian was really great. His shooting was insane. His dribbling was insane. And he definitely felt faster than 85. So Willian was really good. Did he feel like he was worth 15k? Honestly, yes, he did. He felt like a really, really good winger. He felt as good as Salah, to be completely honest with you. He never let me down in those 2 games. I was really happy. I always wanted to pass the ball to him because he was really good. So Willian is really good, but I didn't want to put him in my high range, give him a good rating because I didn't really play with him enough. So Duvan Zapata, guys, is another one who is kind of in the middle range. Honestly, for 12k, he's a great striker. With an engine on him, he's quick enough, and he's got good dribbling, and his shooting is great. The only thing that was surprising to me is he doesn't feel like he has 96 strength. He feels like he honestly has closer to 80. That might have to do with his aggression. I don't know, but he did get bullied a couple of times, which was kind of surprising and kind of a letdown because I honestly just wanted him to be able to just hold on to the ball and not let anyone do anything near him. Other than that, though, guys, he was really solid. His heading was bad, but I think that just comes down to the fact that heading is broken in this game, and I can't score a header to save my life. His shooting within the box was excellent. I don't think he missed really any open chance that I felt like he should have scored. There were a couple that I was like, maybe he could have scored there, but he didn't. But he was very solid. He felt quick with an engine. His dribbling was nice with an engine. So honestly, for 11k, this card isn't necessarily a steal, but it's definitely worth the money. And on to one to watch, Pablo Sarabia, guys. He was good. I was happy with him. His passing is great. His dribbling is great. And he scores goals. For me, as a cam, which is where I was playing him, he was nice. That's, I think, the best thing that I can say for him. He wasn't insane. I definitely, if he wasn't untradeable, I think I probably would sell him when I sold everyone else because he didn't really stand out that much to me. But he definitely was a good enough player that I could see myself using him for a little while. And if he got an inform, I think he would definitely be a very usable card. It's sad that he didn't get one this week. So Alexis Sanchez, guys, as you guys can see, doesn't have the best goals to game ratio. But honestly, I'm not surprised by that because I lost a bunch of the games I played with him. And honestly, I'm pretty happy with him. His dribbling was insane, guys. I really liked his dribbling. In close control areas and things like that, he's insane. He's got great dribbling. With the engine that I put on him, his dribbling just shot through the roof. He was insane. He was quick enough to get by defenders. I never felt like, he's got 81 pace. I honestly felt like he was 90 pace. I felt like he was very quick. And his shooting was great, guys. Whenever he had an open chance, I think he scored. I don't think one shot that I took got saved with him that I really felt like should have gone in. There were a couple of long shots that he made the goalkeeper pull off a great save. But honestly, that's something that you want to see. You want to see him getting it on target and getting it in a good position. So he either scores or gives you a corner or something. So he definitely didn't ever scuff a shot, which made me feel really happy because I honestly, I wasn't expecting him to play as well as he did. He's not insane, but Alexis Sanchez is definitely one of the better players in this team, and I'm looking forward to continuing to use him. And if he gets an inform, I will be extremely happy. All right, guys, and the last player in my I'm not sure like kind of medium area, is Juan Cuadrado. He was really on and off for me. I think that's the best way to describe him. He was quick in some games. It was really strange for me. So one game, Cuadrado would be really quick, have insane dribbling, and be good at like passing and shooting, and just in the final third he was incredible. And then in another game he would just not do anything. He would just stand there on the side and get marked out of the game by whoever the left back was. It didn't have to do with who the left back was. It just like he was really on and off for me. So one game he was insane and one game he was average. So for me, the fact that he can't perform in every game that just lets me down with him. And I honestly, for Cuadrado, guys, I think I would want to try Lozano or something instead, because Cuadrado kind of was a letdown for me. He certainly was still a good player. He still had the ability to use those 5-star skills to get past defenders, and he still could run by them, but I definitely feel like he didn't have the electric pace in every game, and so he let me down relative to my expectations for him and how well he played in some games. So he's certainly a good player, but I don't think he's worth the 5-ish K. I would say he's probably worth around 3K as how he performed in game. Alright guys, and that leads me on to my last two players that I want to talk about. The two players that honestly surprised me and I was really happy with. So as you guys can see, Cresswell is up here. I did not have a lot of expectations for him. Honestly, when I put him into the team, I expected Cresswell to be kind of the weak link in the team. I felt like I was going to be receiving a lot of dangerous attacks from my left side because I felt like he was going to get easily outpaced, or he was going to get bullied because he's not big or because he's not strong. But honestly, guys, Chilwell was so good. He was one of the most solid players in my team. He tackled everybody. No one had an easy way through him. He was honestly better than my last left back who I had in my Prem team last time. I don't remember who that is. Masuaku, that's who it was. He honestly felt a lot better than Masuaku. He was on par with Aurier for a lot of it. He was so defensively solid that I have no complaints with Cresswell. He really impressed me, considering that he's an 81 rated left back who doesn't have insane stats. So if you guys haven't picked up Cresswell and you need a left back, I'm telling you guys, pick him up. He will not let you down. And on top of that, he's a great investment. So guys, that leads me on to my favorite player out of both teams. I'm sure you guys have heard about Wilfried Zaha before. I'm sure you guys all know about how meta and how just broken this man is. And I'm here to tell you guys that everything that people have been saying is true. I did not boost anything. Obviously, he's still on a basic, and this man was insane. His shooting felt 85. He scored almost every shot that I gave him. Anything on his right foot was going in, scoring bangers from outside the box, finesse shots from inside the box, from outside the box, any one-on-one, any little tap in, anything. I did not see him miss a single shot that I felt he really should have scored. I think he put almost everything on target, and that's not even talking about the fact that as soon as the ball is at his feet, he is so fast. He is electric, and you just can't tackle him because his dribbling is broken. So 5-star skills, plus the fact that he has insane dribbling, plus he's so quick, and the fact that he's strong enough to not get bullied by defenders, and his finishing was clinical within the box. Zaha receives a 10 out of 10. I cannot complain about this card. I don't want to sell this card. I never want to. I want to keep using him because Zaha is insane. If you guys need a striker in the Prem and you have whatever 30, 40, 50K to spend on him, spend it. It's money well worth spent because Zaha is insane. Alright guys, so this leads me to my last player in my my review today, which is Mohamed Salah. He was great. I think that is expected. Mohamed Salah was pretty awesome. I played him. He felt so fast. He killed defenders for pace. His dribbling was great and his shooting was nice. Salah is the meta player that you expect him to be. I don't think he punched above his weight, but he definitely didn't punch below it. I think Salah was exactly what you'd expect from a 90 rated right winger. So I am very happy with Salah. He's not quite as good as Zaha. I think Zaha is insane and so broken, but I think Salah is definitely good. And if you guys have the money to spend on Salah, yeah, I would pick him up, but pick him up when he's cheap, guys. Alright guys, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like and a comment. Let me know down below if there are any players you guys would like me to review. If you guys have any comments, if you have any questions about the players that I use, I'll be more than happy to give you guys a little more information down in the comments below. If you guys haven't subscribed, please subscribe. It means a lot. And as always, guys, I will see you guys next time.